All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Host breaks down in laughter over the left's Trump meltdown. They call us weird? Let's go and check it out, guys. You guys keep sending me these meltdown videos. We're here for them.
If the Democratic Party continues to cater to those type of people, they're going to keep losing. I mean, just the reaction shows you these are the same people that want the wokeness, that wanted the border to be open, that wants the trans ideology stuff to be in the classroom with children. You have to reject this side of your party if you want to start winning average day people.
Especially she is an average person. She was a bartender.
Yes.
She should understand working class. They got to ask herself,
what are we talking about?
How I lost the working class in America, how I lost the people that actually work for tips. Why are you not responding to them? Why are you keeping Amazon out of Long Island City in New York City? Why are you doing that? So it's not only AOC that is the problem.
AOC.
What about some of these Ivy League schools? They realize there's some trauma on campus, and they've reacted, Ainsley.
Yeah, the first one, listen to this. This is an example of what a professor sent to students at Columbia. I have decided to cancel our class today. I had planned an alternative lecture on modern polling methods and their blind spots. It feels a bit tone deaf to deliver it today.
Yeah.
Be good to yourselves and check in on your friends. And apparently some of the Jewish students at Columbia are upset because they said, why didn't you cancel class when we were being yelled at,
100%.
when we were being, scared for our lives? And they're saying you're canceling class because some people feel like that Trump should not be the president. Meanwhile, we couldn't even go on campus, and you didn't cancel classes then.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's some of the gains in New York City for the president. He got 30% of the vote, gained in every borough, especially the Bronx, because they looked at these anti-Semitic, anti-American protests, and they said, really? I used to vote a Democrat. I'm going to flip. I think the president added like 8 points to the New York Jewish vote.
Guys, I've been saying, like probably over the last couple of months as you guys have been sending me these videos, basically, right? When we saw Illinois starting to basically turn pretty much based off of the migrant crisis, along with New York somehow turning because of the migrant crisis. A lot of it just comes down almost exclusively to that. There are individuals that were really far from the border, never actually experiencing the border until people got tired of them basically saying that they're sanctuary cities and they were basically being bused there. And now guess what? They flip. Okay, that's really what it is. They had to see how crazy it was at the border in order for them to be like, you know what? Okay, yeah, maybe things are a little weird. Okay, maybe things are a little wonky as they realize that now all of these 27 cities currently, guys, are heading towards bankruptcy in the United States of America due to the migrant crisis. So yeah, I would expect it at least. People are now starting to actually vote for their interests, not loaning their vote to other people's causes, guys.
We got to stop paying for these schools. If you're a parent out there, you can't be sending your kids. I understand that they're supposed to be prestigious, but look at what they're teaching this kid. This is a Harvard professor as well. As we recover from the eventful election night, this is crazy. Is this a disease or something? And process the implications of Trump's victory. Please know that class will proceed as usual today, except the classroom quizzes will not be for credit. Feel free to take some time off as needed.
I mean, you're breeding a bunch of weak people.
Oh, my God.
I mean, this isn't after 9/11.
That's pretty bad, bro.
This is
That's
after
pretty bad.
an election, which was overwhelming. You can't be like, well, I was a nail-biter to the end. Princeton University. Princeton was my hope. This was in the Princetonian. We have been hearing about lots of anxiety from students about the election and felt like listening circles. Oh, my goodness.
Listening circles.
Listening circles can be a helpful way to allow students to process and get support from one another.
Bro, this generation is weird. Okay? This generation is incredibly weird. That's it. That's my message today. This generation is incredibly weird. Let's continue.
This is a weird group of people. And they call us weird.
Listening circles?
Just to understand, a party, a movement, a group of professors, that entire theme of their campaign was democracy, saving democracy. And we had a democratic process with a landslide. I mean, it wasn't even close. We're talking about your blue wall that you guys, and a clean sweep, and you don't respect the will of the people?
Well, Ari Fleischer.
No. They definitely respect the will of the people, but the problem is that they're so stuck within their bias that they have no ability to actually kind of see through their nonsense. They thought that the ideology that they've been pushing for the last decade and a half was what the people wanted. No. The people don't want that, bro. They don't. You're telling us that we need to have this stuff, but it's not what the people want. Right? But, let's continue.
Sure. When you interviewed him this morning, he made a good point. It's fascinating. He said, when you look at who voted for Kamala Harris, the numbers are interesting. It's flipped. Wealthy people, he said.
Over 100,000.
Educated, college educated. And he said, people without religion.
Yeah, the support for Latino vote went up 41%. People under 50,000. The president dominated for people under 50,000. So that's why when Mayor Pete was on a few days ago and he said the president's going to go in there if Trump wins and give more tax cuts to his billionaire friends, what are you talking about? The people that benefited most was middle class, but every bracket benefited. And if you go to his rallies, there's nobody rich there. These are working class people. So at least unless they think America has got 70 million of the dumbest people ever, this is what they're saying.
Yes, that's exactly. Pay attention to what Biden said. Pay attention. But all right.
But there are people like David Axelrod, I think, that are going to do some legitimate evaluation. David Plouffe, legitimate evaluation. I think that these people are totally detached and are questioning whether they should stay in America.
And they don't know what Middle America's like. Yeah. I mean, Middle America does have religion. Middle America likes God. They like to take their children to church on Sundays because it teaches you right from wrong.
To Brian's point about
there are definitely other ways you can be taught right from wrong without having any type of religion, guys. Be fully aware of that. And this has nothing to do with one singular religion or multiple religions on Earth, guys.
The talking points that was put out there before.
Morality is not specifically exclusive to Christianity or Catholicism.
Some type of comfort, because I was worried, honestly, in some forms of way. The mainstream media they were so aggressive with the celebrities. And I mean, it seemed like, Ainsley, you would go every day through the lies that were told about the former president, national abortion bans, and just not Project whatever, 2020-2025, just over and over and over. But the American people, they are smarter. And they rejected all the talking points that were put out there.
You make a good point, because think about all the channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, all pro-Kamala. All of those channels, they had an opportunity. Those were free advertisements for her. And she still lost.
Yeah.
The American people are smart.
They're smarter.
And they know they're better off under Donald Trump. And
She's not likable.
Putting her back in was not going to change anything. She already had an opportunity.
The funniest thing was watching ABC when Wisconsin and Michigan were going the other way. They kept the guy on the board forever. You go, check Milwaukee again. Check Grand Rapids. Wait a second. He's like, I told you. Give us some hope. Ain't ballot problems. Anybody got a hanging chat that we could just focus on for a second? The poor guy was sweating. He's like, I got nothing. This is the votes. So, which is crazy.
Yeah. I'm still on my joy train. I have joy for the American people. I spent a whole week at the DNC with false joy and people talking about that the country is so well and the economy is so well. I'm so glad that we got a reality check right now, some vindication.
And you wonder who's more joyful, Joy Reid or Joy Behar.
You're right.
If we
Sean calls her joyless.
Yeah,
neither of them.
I think he's
Joyless
100% right.
Neither of them.
You watch that
Neither
show a
of them.
lot.
His show or her show?
No,
his show, definitely. Every night.
I'm Steve Duke.
Guys. Oh, they call us weird, is what he says here, guys. Yeah, it's wrong. For you not to be able to kind of take what's kind of happening. Well, how about this here? I guess if you're stuck that deep within your echo chamber, I can imagine how you cannot believe that your ideology is actually not an ideology that the overwhelming masses agree with, right? And the same thing on the right too. Keep this in mind. It's the same overall echo chamber. Definitely, right? So you have both sides sitting here like, listen, my side is right, but my side is right. But we can actually look at it and be like, well, that side is actually wrong. Okay, we could definitely do that. And in this context, the majority of Americans do not actually benefit from the talking points that Kamala Harris was basically espousing. The reality. People are married. Why are they trying to delete their kids? Number one. Okay. Why are they doing that? They're not doing that. That's not something that's going to grab women that are not in the cities, basically. right? You're not going to grab onto the happily married women, okay? Not like that. You have to give something more, right? Because these people are, married, trying to pay all these bills. They realize that things are getting more expensive by the day, okay? And they're sick of it. So how about you give something that actually matters for the most part? And what matters is fixing the economy, immigration. These things are the things that actually matter to the people that are having to actually go to the grocery store and notice that $100 now is basically a couple of things in your cart. I remember at one time, $100 groceries, bro, you were good. Whole cart full of everything you needed, guys. Now, just a couple of things. Right? They completely missed the mark. This entire election came down to the establishment versus a populist candidate. And I'm going to tell you this right now. A populist candidate is always going to win. Always. They're always going to win over the establishment, be it establishment Democrat or establishment Republican. That's just the reality, bro. Right? People do not like the man. Okay, that's it. Even though this time the man was a woman, doesn't matter. You're still the man. Okay, you're the establishment. You're the people lording over the citizens. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.